Were my years with Joe Walsh as crazy as you might think? Yes. The short answer is yes. How did I survive? The short answer is I almost didn't. And I mean that literally. I almost didn't. I came very close to dying. I was in and out of the hospital with alcohol poisoning and that type of thing. I will say, not to be trite, but it was the best of times and the worst of times. My life with Joe was as glamorous as it was devastating and full of full of harm and damaging, devastating and damaging. I but the worst part, I think, to me was not just the physical damage that the addictions did, but the emotional damage, the mental um, um, hostage taking, because I, like many people do, instead of developing my own identity, I hooked up with somebody who had this incredibly powerful presence, this huge identity, as like a literal rock star, and I rested my entire sense of self and my identity within myself, within my own mind, and within the wider, public world, as Joe Walsh's girlfriend, as the rock star's girlfriend, and I was just going to be fine with that for the rest of my life. I would just be known as someone who existed in his shadow, really. And so when it was over, when the relationship was over, when he got sober and he couldn't be with me anymore, and he became a huge rock star again, and I moved off to Vegas to just go back to stripping and try to uh, drink myself to death, which was basically what I decided to do. It was because I wasn't grounded in my own persona. I wasn't grounded in my own identity. I ceased to exist. When the relationship ended, because I had relied on him so heavily for my identity, I, Kristen Casey, ceased to exist in my own head, and my own consciousness, right? So that's when I thought, well, what else can I possibly do other than die, than cease to exist physically, because consciously I had already ceased to exist.